Hello there everyone, it's Aaron here from Push Square. So when you talk about the golden days of first-person shooters, you're really talking about Modern Warfare 2. This old guard of Call of Duty feels like it's part of a bygone era after Call of Duty has hit out with a couple of duds. But now the new rebooted sequel of 2019's Modern Warfare is going dark this November when it launches on PlayStation. But will this shooter be anything like the good old days, or is it just Modern Warfare by name? Well, you have a bit to wait before you can find out for yourself. I'm here to break down everything you need to know about Modern Warfare 2, including platforms, release dates, gameplay features and more, so you can decide whether it's something to set your sights on. So first up we have the release date, the platforms and the prices. So last gen players will be happy to know that Call of Duty continues to support PlayStation 4 as Modern Warfare 2 will arrive on both PS4 and 5 when it launches on October 28th. Unlike Vanguard and Cold War before it, this one will have a flat rate for both PS4 and 5 versions with the cross-gen bundle, meaning you will have access to either the PS4 or 5 versions of the game. That means you'll be shelling out £70 or dollars depending on your region, which will give you early access to the open beta as well if you pre-order. This beta will also reportedly be available as early as 5 days before every other platform exclusively on PlayStation. But there will also be the Vault Edition going all the way up to £99.99 and dollars. So this version will include early access to the open beta, the Ghost Legacy Pack in Modern Warfare and Warzone, the Red Team 14 Operator Pack, the FJX Cinder Weapons Vault, and the Season 1 Battle Pass with a 50 tier skip for that Battle Pass. Moving on to the campaign, like Modern Warfare before it, Modern Warfare 2 will continue its rebooted storyline which follows Task Force 141. That means franchise favourites like Soap, Ghost and Price will be back once more, along with some new faces like Alejandro. The team will still be tackling the threat from Zakhaev, and General Shepard will be showing up, so, well, if you know, you know. The Modern Warfare 2 campaign back in 2009 ruffled some feathers with some controversial and jaw-dropping moments. I personally doubt we're going to get something quite as provocative, but at the very least we know we'll be tackling some tough, covert missions in a globe-trotting adventure with plenty of callbacks to the original Modern Warfare series. The element of this game, however, that I am most personally excited about is the revamped maps from the original Modern Warfare 2. Call of Duty has been going on for long enough now that each entry usually brings some kind of classic maps back in some capacity, but Modern Warfare 2 really was the cream of the crop. We don't have an official list of which iconic maps will arrive in the final release, but we've had hints towards maps like High Rise, and just Favela and Terminal would be enough to send me back to my teenage years. Beyond the classic maps, however, we can also expect brand new maps and the large battle maps from the returning Ground War mode from 2019's Modern Warfare. To date we know of 5 maps, but I'd expect a lot more to come at launch. Lastly, while we don't know for sure, there are rumours that Modern Warfare 2 will feature a map editor, which will allow players to customise things like spawn points, objectives, restrictions, all the way down to the minute details like barrels and crates. Depending on how accessible it is, this could be a fantastic community-led inclusion to the game. Let's move on to the modes now, and unlike the previous 2 entries in the Call of Duty series, Modern Warfare 2 will not feature the Zombies mode. This is fairly standard for this series of Call of Duty, which will replace Zombies with the far less popular but still pretty fun Spec Ops mode. But honestly, it's nice to have a bit of a break from Zombies, especially considering the mess that Vanguard Zombies got itself into. Spec Ops is the returning co-op mode that will pit players against enemy AI in increasingly challenging circumstances. It's a good bit of fun and lets you train up on your favourite weapons. But in addition to this, we'll have 2 new multiplayer modes called Knockdown Mode and Prisoner Rescue. The former is a mixture of MW19's gunfight mode, where players will have 1 life with revives and must hold a package in quickfire rounds. The latter is a more tactical experience where you are either tasked with saving prisoners or defending them. Think Call of Duty meets Rainbow Six Siege. What started out as a really enthusiastic melding of experiences with Modern Warfare and Warzone ended up becoming very muddled and SSD devouring for Call of Duty. Luckily this time around, Warzone 2.0, which will launch at some point after Modern Warfare 2, will be its own entity while remaining an extension of the Modern Warfare 2 universe. Players can still expect cross progression of their weapons and skins to cross between Modern Warfare 2 and Warzone 2.0, but rather than being confusingly linked by a single app, they will be their own separate games. We are likely to make our own everything we know about Warzone 2.0 closer to the time, so be sure to keep an eye out for that. Okay, but there's one thing that players are really looking out for when they buy a new Call of Duty, and that's gameplay changes. And Modern Warfare 2 seems to have a whole lot to improve that boots on the ground experience. One of the biggest absences from this game will be the destruction which was introduced during Vanguard. It's being completely removed here. I personally like the idea of it, but at the end of the day, it just gave more opportunity to campers. Moving on though, players can expect new gameplay features such as ledge hangs and hoists, a dive to prone animation coming back from the Black Ops 1 days, and there are reports of a rappel mechanic where players can ascend and descend buildings with a sideways freedom of movement. Swimming will also be a big part of the multiplayer, with the ability to shoot your pistol and use melee when swimming. Vehicles will also have an increased presence in this game with the likes of jeeps, amphibious tanks, boats and helicopters, and players will finally be able to lean out of vehicles with full 360-degree aiming capabilities. All of this will also be running on the new COD 2.0 unified engine, which will run across both Modern Warfare 2 and Warzone 2.0. The Modern Warfare gameplay was quite revolutionary for the series in 2019, but suffered greatly as it continued across Warzone. I'm really hopeful that this new approach can revitalise it. But anyway, that's everything we know about Modern Warfare 2, which is heading to PlayStation 4 and 5 on October 28th. Not too long to wait, so of course you've been seeing some gameplay over this video, you're hearing a bunch of details. Let us know down below what you're thinking about it. Is this going to save the series? Are you really looking forward to those old maps coming back like I am? Or is it just another step in the wrong direction for the series? Let us know down below, and as always, leave a like on the video and subscribe to the channel. For everything PlayStation related, you can expect PS Plus updates, new game releases, reviews, news, guides, tips, all of that sort of stuff, and even sometimes some straight up gameplay, and you can find it all here on Push Square. I'll see you next time, guys.